Right, well that's the Phillips we've looked at, which we need belts for. This Walter, we need a pinch roller for. And we've got this little Fidelity with a BSR mechanism in it. Oops. This is a little Fidelity, I've done one of these before. So this is actually not in bad condition. So let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what we can do with this. Now, when Steve came a few weeks ago, he plugged this in. I'm just seeing there's a grub screw in the knob. There isn't. So, mind you, don't need to take this off to get this one apart. So we can leave that. It doesn't matter too much about that. But this is not a bad looking one. It's bargain basement tape recorder cheap, but you know, it's they're actually not a bad performer, these, to be honest. The knobs are missing off here, but everything still latches up. It's not seized, not to that point anyway. It's, you know, why do they put off? Why do they sometimes get one with a fucking an odd screw in it? There we go. Right. Let's see what we've got under here. Put that in the lid. Right, we've got a BSR record player idler, so we've got plenty of those. We've got another big idler down here, which luckily is not too crusty. We've got a pinch roller there, which is a shame it won't fit the Walter, but this is a better machine than that anyway. So what we want to do, we want to look at yeah, that belt's well and truly stretched. They ain't gonna fucking turn fuck all that. So what we'll do, we'll take this out of the case. We'll get rid of that fucking power cord and all. I don't want that thing on it, it's horrible. So we'll start by doing that, because while I'm in here I'll put a new power cord on. So what we'll do, we'll find our wire cutters and we'll clip the cord off. We're going to put a new one on it anyway. So do you know when you want your cutters you can't get it, yeah? Right, let's clip the cord off. There we are. And that can go in the bin. I'll save the plug though, because even though it doesn't conform to the UK regulations, for my own, I wouldn't put a plug like that on for a customer, but for my own personal use I would. Now I need to remember how I do these now. Now, let's have a look. Right, the machine comes out from the top. So if we just lift I've got to get this fucking knob off after all, haven't I? Because I've got to get this plate off. So I'm just checking to make sure there's not a fucking grub screw in that. There isn't, so it should come off. That is tight. Let's undo these two screws here. That don't want to come off that knob. It's got to come off though. Right, let's take these two screws here out. Don't think they're fucking original. We'll find out. Let's take that wash off. We don't want to lose that. So I've got to take all this mechanism apart. The pinch roller. No, it's still rubber. It's just a bit glazed. Oh, pardon me, the motor grommets have gone, so I need to find some replacements. I think I've got some. They're only standard BSR record player grommets, they've gone. Because there's your motor there, and it's leaning that way. So, right, and with a screw, we've got a screw here. That weren't very tight. Now let's see, we lift the whole fucking unit out. There we are. Some well melted wax in the bottom of it. Has anybody stolen my valves? My valves been stolen? Let's have a look. There's the speaker. There's that fucking ratty power cord. Replaced. Luckily on these they use a standard BSR record player motor. So what I'm going to do here, that's your speaker there, and that's your other side wire from your speaker. So all I'm going to do here, I'm going to clip that, because we're a long way from ever putting any sound into it. We're a long way from ever doing anything with just like plugging it in. So I'm going to just clip that from there. Clip it from there, I know where it goes. See, and this is your input here. There's two valves in this. I was going to say there only appears to be one valve in it, there's two. This is a slightly different design to the other one I did. It's slightly different. It's got a metal rectifier in here as well. And that there must be capstan. So what I'm going to do, I'm just looking to see where the input's fed in. Mind you, I'll replace the input wire as well. I'm just not in the mood to fucking go around desoldering fuck all. There we go. I just want the thing out of the case. So I want it out of the case, so I'll get the case out of the way. Oh, this is a slightly different one to the last one I did. So I'll get the box out of the way. What I'll do, put that in there, like so. Stick the fucking lid on if I can. Because I'm going to work on this, now I've started this, I'm going to work on this, and I'm hopefully we can play a tape on it by the end of the day. If we can't, then catches will come in useful. Right, let's put the box for that down there. That's the top of that Walter, or the bottom, the bottom of it. We'll put that there, leave that Walter there, it's not in the way. Right, so what we want to do, we want to start on the mechanism. We want to start on the mechanism. This is the chassis, obviously. We want to start on the mechanism, really. Could really do with looking at, I mean, I've got some motor grommets there, not a problem. Never short of that sort of stuff. And the motor, we can start by removing that. There's that ratty power lead. So what we'll do, we'll pull that through. There we go. We'll put a new lead on that later. We'll just trim that off so it's not in our way. Just cut that so it's not in our way. It goes to the on-off switch. I need to find new knobs for it. So if I have to break that knob off to get it off, I'm not bothered, because I want all matching knobs. So, and what we'll do is take our valves out. Now I know these valves work because EL84, and that one should be an EWC83. So we'll take the valves out. Okay, now, there we go. And that's an EWC83. So we'll put them in there out of the way. Motor on this is not seized. They never are, these motors. Good motors. And that's the speaker wire. We need to keep that in mind. And then that's the input wire, which we need to keep in mind. But I'll be putting new wires on. I'll be rewiring it anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. That'll be for the power cord. That little clip, that little grip thing there. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to start with the motor, because I think it's the best place to start. If I can find me fucking screwdriver. Where's my screwdriver? Means a flat bladed screwdriver. So what we'll do, we'll start by getting the motor off. Let's have a look at this side. Oh, standard, innit? Circlips and washers. So, I mean, I've got plenty of fucking scrap decks and stuff I can nick fucking grommets from. They'll only be BSR grommets. But these are well perished, the foot. So this has actually seen a lot of use. It's been well enjoyed. The belt's fucked, it's dead floppy. I'll have a belt to fit that. About time I had a fucking belt to fit something. Let's take this idler off while we're in here. See, this top idler here, it's a standard BSR record player idler, but it's in good nick, so we should be okay with that. Get this fibre washer out. So basically we've had a look at a few tape recorders today. We've had a look at the Philips and then two Walters, and we need to find some grommets for this. I mean, that should just fucking push through, but it won't. So let's get the clip off. There we are. The grommets are really, really nastily fucked. No way on earth you'd run a tape on that. Right. But like I say, Steve plugged it in when he was here, and we did get some. We dragged the pieces. I think, if I remember rightly, I think he pulled some tape across the head, and we did get some sound. So we know that it's not foot. These grommets are a mess. Right. So all that off, clean all that off after, just get the crap off, get it all off for now. But they're just standard BSR record player motor grommets, or at least that's what's going in it. Clean the remains of these ooh, they've turned to gunge. They've turned to gunge. They've gone to gunge. I mean, this here has a special pulley on it as well. Ooh, that's going to need a service. But there again, I already knew that. And there's like a little rubber tyre thing on there that'll need to be cleaned. But other than that, this is just a standard BSR record player motor. But you know, that's, even though it squeals when you turn it, fucking still seems to be fucking not too bad. It's not seized. Calaro motors seize, they're horrible. This crap ain't going to bin. Just get all this crap off from here. We need to give it all a really good cleaning. There's now on that one. Most this crap out of it. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to do a nice job on this tape recorder, and right, can I desolder the motor? It might be easier to desolder the motor, get it off the fucking chassis. See, I'm not cutting the wires on the motor because I intend to just join them and connect them back up. We're at the point now where we're if you're going to get into valve work, remember on these they've got the brown wire going to the black coming out of the transformer, and they've got the brown wire going to the going to the brown coming out of the transformer. That wouldn't make any difference, I wouldn't have thought, but that comes off nice and easy. That's nice and easy. There we go. So what we'll do, we'll start off and we'll service our motor. That seems the most easiest thing to do. So we'll do our motor first, and then we can find some grommets and we need to get this chassis all cleaned. I wish I had a fucking great big fucking I wish I had a fucking great big ultrasonic cleaner. I'd just throw the whole machine in. So we want to take the bearing cap off, the top and the bottom bearing. This screwdriver's shit, you know. Needs filing down. And that won't fucking do it, I'll tell you what. Because my screwdrivers are fucked. Let's undo it that way. There we are. For those of you who've never serviced tape recorders, don't let them scare you. I was a bit cagey at doing them at first, but all they are really is just an amplifier with a record circuit. And that ain't gonna fucking do that. I need to file these screwdrivers down. That's got it. These screwdrivers all need redressing because they're fucked. So you've got bits falling out of this. I mean, there we are. Let's pull the bottom bearing cap off. There we go. Let's pull the top off. And remember what I say. Mark your motor somehow so you know which is the top. If you put it wrong, if you get it wrong, it'll go the wrong way around. I normally have a pen. There it is. And what you do for easy reference, just there you go, up. It's right up on it, or put an arrow on it so you know that's the right way up. So it doesn't matter about that now. Don't have to worry too much. Man, it's got the plate on the bottom anyway, so you can't get it wrong. But it's the same on record player motors. Ooh, that's a bit cruddy. Let's get the IPA. The old IPA. Where's the fucking thing I normally pour it into? There. Ooh, look at that. That's got the remains of a belt in it. My IPA. I'm running out of this. I know. My IPA looks like piss. Well, right, so what we need now is a toothbrush. Did have one somewhere, there we go. I went round to see the ex-wife earlier. I pinched her toothbrush. Look at that. Right, let's give that a wipe. Let's find the cloth. So we'll give that a wipe. And see what sort of fucking shine we get off it. I've got this Fisher tape deck here as well. I bought on Sunday at the car boot sale, and the belts are all fucked in it. Which I am a bit disappointed about, but hey, you know, belts are easily replaced. But the rest of the machine appears to work, so I want to get this as clean as I can. Might have to soak this in fucking vinegar. I don't know what that stuff is that's on it. It's not rust. It's not rust, it's some sort of fucking shit. Get a few cotton buds, or Q-tips as our American friends call them. You look at that, this shit's coming off. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to sell that Region Tone record player. It'd be nice to see the back of that. It's been round here long enough, it's outstayed its welcome. Hello? Well, I think that's probably about as much as I'm going to get. Let's just get the. I've got a very fine emery paper here. See if we can just give it a bit of a rub round with that to just. Take off any. Well, is that stuff actually rust, or is it? That's not rust. That's shite. Look at it scraping off. Look at it. That's not rust, that's shite. Right. See you later. It's actually shite, that, folks. Let's get this slightly rougher paper. Oh, that's fucking doing it. We just want to take the top layer of shit off, really. Really, I could do pulling all this fucking lot off, but it's a pain in the arse. Oh, hang on. It might not be a pain in the arse. Let's have a look. Put that there. Pull all this lot off. And remember which way it all goes on, is that? Yeah, it can go on either way. Pull that off. There's a fibre washer on there, we don't want to lose that. Pull that one off. Pull that little spring and that fibre washer off. And then we're left with a clip. Get the clip off. There we go, and that gets that off. Now we're there. We're at where we want to be now. So basically now I can just want to take the top layer of rust off. Well, it's not rust, it's crap. We'll just take the top layer off. And that's all we're doing. Just so that this thing doesn't bind. See, by doing it this way you save on the isopropyl as well. And you're not taking anything off the motor, you're just taking the fucking... You're just taking the enamel coating off it. That shouldn't fucking affect it. Right, let's have a look at that. Now what we'll do now, we'll get the isopropyl on it again, and we'll give it another clean. And we'll get it as clean as we can get it. All the crap off. This might be Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Andy.
Come in, mate. Right. Yeah, come in, my friend. How's Joyce?
Oh, she's alright. She says, give my regards to Andy.
Oh, give her my regards when you go back, Mike.
Will do. Yeah.
I'm in the workshop, just cleaning the motor. I'm just
keep you busy.
Alright, well, you brought me here, you got me some dirty books, and yeah, look at this, he got me some dirty books. Hey, he's got me some one-handed magazine. Oh no, they're not. Web user. I knew they weren't, I'm just winding you lot up. Yeah, computer active.
Yeah.
Computer, yeah, I'll have a read through them, Mike.
Yeah,
cheers. Yeah.
Oh, right.
You know me, I like to sit and... Yeah.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah.
You like a good scratch, don't you?
Oh, so do I.
Oh, he does.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's put these... I'll tell you, I'll pass them back to you for a minute.
Over there somewhere.
Yeah, I'll find somewhere over there for him. I'll be with you. I'll put the kettle on in a minute.
Right.
I just want to clean this motor while it's here.
Right.
I'm on a tape recorder day today.
All right.
So basically, the motor in this is the motor's okay, but it's really gummed up and nasty.
Yeah, it does do. Yeah.
So I'm just giving it a clean.
Yeah. Beautifully made, that, isn't it?
Yeah, considering it's BSR.
Yeah. All them windings.
Oh, there's no windings here.
Oh, in there.
No, this is just your, what do you call it, your centre?
Commutator, yeah.
Yeah, it's just your, that's just your commutator.
Yeah, but it's got windings, hasn't it?
No, this is your, no, this is your armature.
Oh,
Don't really have a commutator on these.
No.
Because they, what do you call it, they use, they're induction motors.
That's right, induction, that was it. Trying to think of that.
Induction motors on these.
Yeah. Induce it to turn.
Yeah. Which I think is a better idea.
Oh yeah. Oh.
What?
Somebody just come past them.
Ellen! See, do you know, I've been sat in this workshop for that long.
Yeah.
I can recognise people by the top of their heads.
Yeah.
I can, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, when I see somebody coming,
yeah,
you know, I can recognise.
He gives you the signal, doesn't he?
Well, I know who they are by the top of their head.
Yeah.
You know,
Scraps gives you the the little bark, don't they?
Yeah, but not only that, I can, you know, if somebody's coming,
Yeah.
you know, I can just look at them. I can just look up and see this because you can't see out through here.
No.
You know, so I just look up and I see the top of the head.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, you know, like when you're coming, for example, if the sun's coming this way, and as you walk up the path, if I see a glare, I just, you know, no, seriously though, I do. I can recognise people. You know, I can just take a look at the bombs.
Very good.
And I've lost all my shit. Oh, it's fucking here in front of me. It's the bottom bearing I've lost.
Oh, is it?
That's the top one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to misplace my bottom. Where's my bottom bearing gone?
It's so when your bottom bearing's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
yeah,
it's underneath.
Yeah, it's a bit sore when your bottom bearing's gone.
It must do, yeah.
When your bottom bearing's gone, it can be a bit.
You lose your sense of direction, don't you?
You tend to lose your bearings a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not your balls then.
No. Nothing wrong with my balls, Mike. Plenty
Your
of women.
marbles.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with mine. My balls or my marbles. Plenty of women will testify there's nothing wrong with mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, this is...
Is it just for phosphor bronze, is it?
Yeah.
The bottom bearing, yeah.
Top is as well.
Right.
But they're so easy to sort out, these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll spin like mad then, won't it now?
Beautiful.
Yeah. There's a little spot is all it needs.
I generally put a bit more than that in.
Yeah.
Because there's a little felt pad in there.
Oh yeah.
There's a little felt pad in there.
Yeah.
And another thing I always do, and I tell everybody to do it, because if you put these together the wrong way around, they go backwards.
Oh, they would do, wouldn't they? Yeah.
So I always write up on them.
Yeah.
So.
An arrow up.
Yeah. So I know which is the fucking right way.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can tell by the bracket.
That could be puzzling. That could be if it was going backwards, and you can't stop it from going backwards. Naturally, you first thing you do, reverse the wires to it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but
that doesn't make any difference because it's AC, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't reverse the wires. Well, you can.
Yeah.
But like you've just said, it's AC, so it doesn't really make any difference.
That's right. Yeah.
But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this back on here now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just let the oil run down the shaft.
Right.
There's no idler on here. All the hardware off for it's on there.
Yeah.
But I'll be with you in a second. This has just got to get done.
Yeah. Oh, that's running nicely already.
It will when it's all screwed together. So what I do now is
just a spot.
Just let a bit run down the shaft.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Be even freer, but you know something, be even freer than that in a minute. Believe it or not. The only one I'm concerned about is, I'm not quite sure, is which side the nut goes on.
Alright.
Does the long nut go that side or does it go that side? I'm going to put it on that side because, to be perfectly honest, it don't make any fucking difference.
Yeah.
Until you come to put it together, and at that point you can just take it. We can just I won't tighten them fully, you see.
Yeah.
That way I can just whip them back off.
True.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Hey, I seen him the other day. He's a right hard-faced bastard, isn't he?
Who?
Man in the iron mask.
Oh.
Yeah.
He give you a hard look, did he?
Yeah, gives you that fucking hard-faced look, doesn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah, fucking the Invisible Man called the other day. I couldn't fucking see him.
Well, you couldn't, could you? No.
I had to tell him I couldn't see him.
Yeah.
There we go. Now all you do then is you give this a jiggle like that, and what it does is
finds its own position and
centres the bearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good enough. I'd like a better spin down on it, but that'll do.
Yeah.
Right, let's go and get a fucking cup of tea. Right, you lot will have to wait till later. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea with Mike. And Mike can't stand up for too long. And I don't want to keep him waiting.
I don't want a long stand.
No, you don't want a long stand.
No, no.
Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Not sure how many parts this fucking video is going to be. Be as many as it takes. I'm hoping to play a tape on this fucker tonight.
Right.
So we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Be back in a bit, folks. Hey folks, we're back. Right, I'm going to put the motor back together. I've put the clip on the bottom there. So what we need to do next is put the spring on. Then followed by that collar. That brass ring there. Then we put the other, yeah, that's right, that on, the rubber there, then we put that on, then we want our little, there we go, hold that so it don't flick out and clip the clip on. There we go. That's it. And that's how it's done. It's as simple as. No, I think that's right. Looks right. Or did this rubber go the other way up? I think that rubber might have gone the other way up, to be honest. But let's have a look. Ow. Let's try and get the clip off without losing it. There we go. Get the fibre washer back out. They can be a pain. There we go. Right, pull this off. Right, so let's have a look. Yeah, that went that way because it definitely lines up that way. But let's just check this brass washer or this brass spacer here, because there's a mark on the bottom of that. You know, there's a mark on the bottom of that, which tells me that fibre washer went there. Would fit. So I think the fibre washer goes there. But there again, I can't see that, but like that. Then we've got that. Yeah, it goes that way. So that goes like that. That goes like that. Then this brass pulley goes on the top here. That's how it went, and that's how it was. That's perfect, that. Right. Pardon me. Right. So what we need to do next is clean these studs. Just make sure that them studs are in the right place. So we'll bring this back down and just put the motor back in, just coarsely. Just make sure the studs are in the right place. Yes, they are. I've got it right. Yeah, that's correct. We'll want this out of the way again. Right. Now what we want to do is clean these here, ready to take the new, and all I'm going to do with those just clean them with a bit of paper. That one needs to be tightened. And this one here needs to be tightened as well. I didn't tighten these fully until I made sure that I put them back in the right places. There we are. But now I'm sure we can, you see. So what we do next, we clean that off a little bit. Just get some most of the shit off them, you see. Just gets most of the shit off them, and it's easier to just do it this way. I mean, you could be on that for ages with cotton bud and that, or with a cotton bud or a Q-tip and isopropyl and still get nowhere. So, you know, it's I'll need to clean all in there as well, but don't worry about that for a minute. What we're going to do next, we're going to look and see if we've got any rubber grommets. And I've got 3 rubber grommets here, and these are basically the brand new ones, because they're from this auto changer, which was, to all intents and purposes, was brand new, except the fact that it was dead scabby because it had been on the top of the box, I think, and anything that was going to get to it did. So the grommets, they're brand new. Right. That's all we want off that for now. Always keep an auto changer handy, because you never know where you need one. You never know when you need one, rather. So what we'll do now, we'll put this back down here and get our little scraper. And just scrape off the remains, or most of it, whatever you can get off. Remains of the old rubber. And get it. Ow! And try and get it out of the holes. Maybe the best way of doing that. probably get a bit of sandpaper. Yeah, that works lovely. Get it in the hole. Perfect. The last one to get to is this one here. Probably the hardest. Now we'll just get a cotton bud and we'll just clean there with isopropyl to just get rid of any last remaining debris. So we put our nice new grommets onto a clean surface. There we go. Clean the other side. Get rid of any crap that may be lurking. We'll get our little scraper. Just scrape off the big lumps. I mean, this is going to get stripped and cleaned anyway, but I just want to clean these big lumps of shit and the old grommets off. So this lot's going to be cleaned anyway, so what we'll do is start by taking that off. Where's my fucking screwdriver? There it is. Start by pulling that clip off. Take this little bracket out because that'll need to be cleaned. Now let's move the isopropyl. Let's take the tables off. The tables are just held on with a circlip on the bottom. Get the circlips off. Make sure there's no spacers. These circlips are all the same size, so no, there's no spacers. That one's not got a clip. Oh yeah, it has. And that's slightly trickier to get to. Whoops, it's popped off. But we need it so we can. Gotcha. Right. And what we'll do next, take the tables off, make sure there's no stuff like that, make sure you collect them up. And all this will need to be, see that there, look, it should come back properly fast, but it doesn't, so take this off. Along with that, that'll all be cleaned. And this here, as you can see, if we, so I mean that's supposed to spring back, and it doesn't, so take that spacer off. I didn't spot that, so make sure you keep an eye out for spacers and things, washers and stuff, and make sure you remember where things come from. Don't have to worry about the belt's fucked, but we won't throw that away because just because it's too stretched on this machine doesn't mean to say it won't work on something else. And the capstan is actually hitting the bottom, so we need to address that. That shouldn't be hitting the bottom, so we need to address that. Have a quick look at that now. there, so there's probably a little spacer worn out or something, or somebody's probably been there before me. So what we'll do next is we'll take this rubber idler off, and all these clips are the same, so it doesn't matter if you get them mixed up with fibre washer. Take the idler off, along with the, and remember there's a metal washer here, it goes on the bottom. All these points here need to be cleaned and lubricated. The brake pads look okay. I don't like the thought that capstan bottom's out. Now take the mechanism off here, and might need to desolder the heads. I'm not sure. If there's enough room for me to not do that, then I won't. But if I have to, then I will, obviously. So someone's been in this before with screws are too loose. Yeah, someone's had a go at this. So the reason why it's probably bottoming out is probably the ball bearing has been lost out the bottom there. So I'll need to put a new ball bearing in there. That shouldn't be a problem. I should have a ball bearing to fit that. So you have to take this off anyway to get the belt out. I might have to desolder the wires from the ends. I'm probably going to have to. Let's lift the plate off and see. Is there any extra wire under there? Yeah, there is a bit of extra wire under there, give me a bit of leeway. Yeah, but there's the erase head. But there's no extra wire for the erase head, so rather than damage the erase head coil, God, that fucking feels loose inside there. Oh, the pole piece, oh, the fucking head ain't fucked. Take that wire off there. Red went to the top. Black goes to the bottom. You've got to be fast on these. I'll probably put some new insulation over those. I'll probably, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this head off and have a look. Not going to do that now, but alright, so basically I did gain a bit of leeway, but by taking that fucking head off, but looks like I might have to undo the fucking head block to get the fucking thing off. Looks like I might have to undo the head block, which is not something I really want to do. Didn't really want to undo the head block. The screwdriver's crap. Right, well, I'll tell you what we'll need to do. Because I can't get that erase head wire out. If I pull it, it might snap. So what I need to do is get the head block off. And that screwdriver is just too thick. And the other one's too fucking small. So what we'll do, we'll try and reach an equal balance. What's that one? Might need that, so fly out. Try putting this one in here, oops, and see if we can get the head block off. Yeah. Take the head block off, it all needs cleaning anyway. Watch out for any washers that might be on spaces that might be under the head block at this point. It's all got to come off to be cleaned anyway, so. And make sure you keep your screws separate. And any spacers, and they're all the same length, them screws, so we're alright. Now I'll lift the head block. Don't know what that is. Remains of a piece of tape by the look of it. Right, so basically it's all dead loose at race head, you know. There we go. Make sure the wires are nice and straight. Right, so now pull the wires out of there that went to the erase head. Now we can desolder the play record head. That one off, and take the next one off. There we go. Red to the top, blue to the bottom, diagonally, because them two are wired across. So that's how that's done. Put the head block out of the way. Now this should lift away. There we go. That gets that off. Now well, someone's been in here because there should be a ball bearing in there and it ain't in there, so somebody's been in. But if I tip this up, the ball bearing won't fall out. In fact, if I shove the screwdriver down there, yep. So we've got a cure for that though. Got a cure for that because somewhere on here, there we go. I always keep a couple of these ball races for spares, so that if I need to nab a ball bearing I can. So what we'll do, we'll drop a ball bearing into there, and then what we'll do, just for test fitting, this all needs a really good clean, this is really bad. And what we'll do, we'll drop that back in now. There you are. Ball bearing was missing. Perfect. See? Just shows you, done it. People fuck about and they don't know what they're doing. They end up losing the fucking ball bearing. That's in there now, but I'd like to get the fuck up. Mind you, I've got another one there anyway, but I'd rather not lose one if I can avoid it, but that's going to fall back out. Give it a clunk. No, it hasn't fell back out, it's not stuck on the bottom of that shaft, is it? No, it's still in there. It's still in there because if I pop this in, I mean it's still in there. That all needs a good clean. This certainly does. So what we'll do, we'll take these off now. take these off so that we can get ouch! Shut up! Into various parts of the mechanism. There we are. Take that off. These springs can be a fucker to get out, but the problem is if you leave them in you can lose them. Because of the way they fucking go through. And I don't want to stretch them. Tell you what I could do, I could just open the bottom of the spring and then just close it back up when I put it back through. Do that. Just to give me a bit of clearance so I can just manoeuvre the spring out. There we are. Didn't have to open it that far. Just a little bit. You just want the clearance on it really. This is turning into a full-blown service, isn't it? For the first time you see me do one of these. A full, complete strip-down service. I've still got to deal with that fucking knob that won't come off. I mean, because I haven't got the matching one, I'm not really bothered if it breaks. Right. I mean, they're not too seized up, but they're not seized up to the point where you have to get the fucking heat gun on them. They'll lift off, but definitely needed a service. And remember which one goes where, because they are different. They certainly are different. I've just checked. Take this off here. Whoops. Doesn't matter if we lose the odd clip, try not to, but it doesn't matter because we've got some spares off that deck anyway. Take that off and take that bar out. Remember which way around that bar went. This here can't come off, I don't think, unless there's a clip on the bottom side of that. That's your bearing for your capstan, your top bearing. Now we want to get the chassis. Oops. Get the chassis off this. This is going to turn out to be a nice tape recorder, I hope. Well, as nice as you can get for a Fidelity, with a BSR deck. Right, I'm pretty sure that the chassis going to just lift straight off there. Can't see anything holding that. Oops, nearly pulled the smoothing capacitor off it. But there is something holding it. What's holding you? Oh, hang on. That's the record switch. Make sure we don't break that. There's a screw missing out of that as well. So it's a screw I've got to find for that. So somebody's well and truly been at this thing, haven't they? So there's a screw missing. Put that there. So we need to find another screw to fit that. Right. And luckily the switch hasn't been damaged. And luckily it's still in the right place it should be as well. Now I don't know this now, you see, because it's been taken apart before by some monkey who didn't have a clue what they were fucking doing. Yeah. That doesn't look right. Looks like it's damaged actually, that. There should be another part of that switch. I'm sure some of the switch is missing. Oh no, it's not. No, there's the inner part there. That's the inner part there. Yeah, we're okay. Right, so what I'll do now, I'll put the chassis out of the way, because we're not going to need that now for quite some time. So if I put this, I've already taken the valves out of it, haven't I? Yeah, I put them away, they're over there. Right. So if I put this, we just find somewhere to prop it up on the floor. Just down here will do. Prop it up. Prop it up there, be alright there, that. Now, what we're looking at next is getting this part here off. And it does come off, it's got one of them like, I call them pressure fit clips, because they sort of pull down and put pressure on them, and that falls off the bottom there. There we go. And there's my ball bearing I couldn't find a minute ago. I couldn't get out. It's not the one that was originally in there, it's the one I dropped in. And then we've got this other piece here which belongs to that. So basically, it's not necessary, but wouldn't be the same if I didn't, would it? So what we'll do next, we'll sort all this out into parts and we'll wash everything. There we go. And we'll deal with this mechanism later. And there you are. There's your base plate. There's one. Yep, that's what you need, a bit of that. So I'm going to try and clean this with the last of my whiz, but I don't think it'll work. There we go. Get this cloth and see if we can clean this up. All the crap and detritus. Detritus, that's an interesting word. So you see where that's been scraping there, look. Because somebody's lost the fucking bearing out of it. You know, people shouldn't be allowed to do what fucking don't know what to do. If people don't know what to do, they shouldn't be allowed to fucking go anywhere near anything. Should be a law prohibiting fucking people from touching things that they don't understand. I'll get you after, you bastard, with a fly killer. There we go. See, that whiz has done the job on that. See, and these go back on with grease. I always like to put a bit of grease on them when I'm putting all this stuff back together. I mean this mechanism isn't even worn. I mean, it's only scored there because somebody's not known what they were fucking doing. And I'll give that a bit of a rub there because that feels like rust. We'll give that a bit of a rub with the paper. Get it all nice and smooth so that all the parts move nice and smooth as they should. There we go. Go around them bits there, bits of rubber that I left with isopropyl. Give the back a quick wipe. Only needs a quick wipe, there's nothing really on it on the back of it, it's pretty clean. Give that a wipe, there we go. And there's your bare stripped down chassis. When I took this apart, I wasn't going to tell you this, but I have no way of putting it back together. I can't remember that far back. Speaking of which, where's my grease? Oh, it's up there, so we're alright. So what we'll do next, we'll get the ice up, we'll get the cotton buds. We'll get the isopropyl. Oh, it's not going to come off, it must be just fucking stained. Just stained that, because there's fucking hardly out on the cotton bud. There we go. A bit of a ridge there, let's just go around it with my little scraper. See, these soldering tools are brilliant. You know, they come in handy for more than, there's a white brush on that one and all, look, just little good it does. Yeah, that's just stained. Yeah. So, what we'll do while the getting's good, and it's fucking easy. Right. The only issue is I don't know whether these going that way up or the other way up because the other ones were fucking cream, the other ones were destroyed. I'm going to say this way. I'm going to say they go that way. But if they don't, it's not really a great issue. There we are, look. Who reckons I'm going to have how many of you reckon, I wonder how many of you reckon whether I'm going to have a tape playing on this by the end of the day. What's that on my fucking finger? Grease. It was a brown colour. I know it weren't shite. It weren't nicotine either. Grease. There we go. Pop that in that corner, that side rather. Circles don't have corners, do they? Right, so now, if I put the motor in, if I test the motor, and there's a load of fucking shit on the washers, look at that lot. Fucking washers have all got to be cleaned. I'm only test fitting it at the moment, so that one on there. mean, this stuff just flakes off, but it's a pain in the arse. But it just flakes off. I am a bit concerned about that record play switch. I'll have to look at the circuit, see what position it's supposed to be in, because somebody else has been at this before me. Obviously there's a fucking screw missing, I'll need to find one. All the shit on the top of these grommets are well fucked. I mean, this has been well used, it will need a full going over. I just hope the transformers are not fucked. But saying that, the mechanism has to be done either way, so where have you gone? Oh, that's the end of that one. That's the trouble, you see, in here, when you drop something you ain't fucking finding it again, it's gone. There's a turntable washer. That'll do. Now, let's pop the motor in and see how it looks. There we are. I think them grommets are a bit fucking... They're a bit small, but I think they were the originals. No, we're alright. What we do next, put the clips on. We don't think we've got enough room for fucking washers on these. We'll soon find out. But it doesn't matter whether we have or not. I mean, if worse comes, I want washers on the top, so if worse comes to worse, I just won't put washers on the bottom. Because I think these grommets are slightly different design to what BSR put on the turntables. Or should I say they're a different design to what they used. It might not be. It might. Oh no, no, we're okay. We'll put the fucking motor on now. I think. No, we're okay. They're the right size. No, we're all right. I thought they were. No, they're right. All this shit here. And the other good thing, he's whinging and it ain't even tea time yet. It's too early! You don't get fed till fucking 6 o'clock, you should fucking know that by now. This one's really crusty. There we are. Right. I've gone and pushed that fucker through. Yeah, come. There we go. Flip it back down, there we are. Alright. It's always best to put these together the same way you take them apart. These clips usually just push on, but now we need one more washer. I fucking dropped one, didn't I? That's no great problem. There's fucking loads of them on the desk here. Look at that, there's another one. There we go. There we go, another clip. I love this old BSR stuff despite what people say. It was fucking reliable. You know, I mean, I'm a Garrard man, don't get me wrong. I really love my Garrard stuff, but look at that. That's in. That ain't going nowhere. And grommets are going to be good now for another fucking God knows how many years. There we are, perfect. Right, I'm going to leave it there for now, folks, because I can't cover this all in one video. I've got to wash parts. I've got to wash these parts, clean them all, and all I'm going to do, I'm just going to use washing up liquid and give them all a good wash. And I'm not putting, but don't put water near your heads. And if you take your heads off, keep in mind that you will have to adjust them again, and one of your screws is longer than the other. That screw is longer than that one, so keep that in mind, be mindful of that as well. But we're not at that point yet. We also need to find a suitable drive belt for it as well, which is no problem. But look at that now. Happy with that, and this is cleaned up really well. We've got to go over these rough spots here. That's no problem. Anyway, bit of fluff that doesn't belong in there. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now, folks, because I'm going to let him out and I want to have a fag. And as usual, ooh, there's nothing wrong with a good body burp. Good body burp. Yeah. Good body burp. Yeah. I'll catch you later, folks. We'll be back on this soon. Hey folks, we're back. It's time to put it together. Might be a bit bitty this because I might have to refer to my fucking video. But we'll see. So what we're going to do, we're going to start by putting some grease . Just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put our bar in. And these go in this way like this. That goes on, whoops, yep, that's right. That goes there. Get that in. Then this one goes, hope we'll put these in the right way around. You can't really go wrong with them, I don't think, but you never know. I'm not perfect, I only try to be. Right. Now what we need to do is connect that one to that. Oh. And you always get one that pops out. Pop that back in. Do you know, it's a fucking nightmare, isn't it? What gets me is they fucking easily pop out. There we are. Can they fucking go back in just as easy? Alright, so we'll turn that to push that down into there. Now let's try and hook our spring back on again. Wow. There we are. What's that? Put our clips on. Right, that's a pain in the ass. I'm trying to make sure I get on before it flicks off. Get on, you bastard. Where's my pliers? There they are. The other one clipped on. Although it did give me a bit of a nasty nip on my finger. That's it. Right, that's them two on. Perfect. Then bit of grease on the bottom of this. There we go. And get rid of the excess, get a clip. Most of the clips are the same, so I don't have to worry too much about that. So, yeah. That's good enough. Right, so we've got that. Next one. We won't put that on just yet, although we could do. That's for the idler. Oh, let's get a bit of shit off here. That's for the idler. A bit of grease. Let's see where it goes down first, see where we need to put the grease. Just on the bottom of it. Just a little bit round here. There we go. There we are. And then we need that big circlip, the biggest out of all of them. Goes on there. All the way in. Yeah. That's that. Yeah, because we need a little bit of wipe off the excess. There we go. Need a little bit. I mean, you have to make sure it's got some grease on it. Now, where's that quadrant? There it is. Now, this goes this way, and the spring for it goes through spring goes either here which I don't think it does, I can't quite remember offhand. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's a bit of a pain in the ass getting some of these springs back in. And they fucking don't come out with no they don't come out, they come out easy enough. Putting them back in, it can be a fucking challenge. I mean, you have to, that's it, that goes there so that it can move about. Then get a bit of grease on the bottom of there. There was grease on the bottom of here, so we just put it in a bit there, there, and a bit there, just a little bit on there. There we are. And these spacers, we have one under there, and I think there's one over there, I'm not quite sure, but we'll soon find out. Now, yeah, and that'll pull pull this off this bar here. Right, let's have a look at this a minute. I mean, I expect to go wrong somewhere, I'm bound to. It's me that's doing it, isn't it? Wipe that fibre washer. There we go. Now let's have a look at where we need to be with this. Take that off a minute. Oh, hang on, I'm upside down. That's it. I'm fucking upside down, folks. Right. So that goes on the top. I think both of these did actually. But they're both off there. Yeah, that goes there like that. They're both off there, so, but I'm not sure if one. Yeah, one on the top and one on the bottom. And that. Yeah. Yeah, one on the top and one on the bottom. There we go. And this is held together with this compression clip. And that should just clip in. There, and pull it down and lock into place. See, that's pulling that back as it should. That's right, as far as I can see. Because this idler runs along that one there. The idler runs along that there. But I've got a feeling there should be more tension on that. I might have put that spring there in the wrong place. Let me check. See, this is why you have to check. That's better. As long as fuck all comes through that hole, which I doubt, then we should be right there. So let's put the idler back on. We'll see what the contact's like now. Look at that now, it's pulling it now. In fact, I'm having trouble keeping the idler stopped. And then there's obviously some mechanism that moves that. Well, that does, doesn't it? Well, that doesn't, but there's something that moves that. So anyway, that's where you see, because that runs on that, you see. So we'll take that out, and what we'll do, we'll put some oil down there because that wants to see oil. There we go. A few drops of oil down there. Hook up our bearing. That's our ball bearing. It might be a bit smaller, but it'll do the job. There, look at that. And that's how that goes, because it pulls the tape. That rotates that way, which pulls the tape this way. So what we'll do now, we'll put, remember we had 2 washers on this idler. We had one at the bottom which was a fibre, which was metal, and we had the top one which was fibre. Hello? Yeah, I've been out with him. Listen, will you go to Chippy before the shot? Okay. See you in a bit. Bye. I don't know. Fucking, I don't know, about 7:30. Yeah, I know, dude. That's why I said come round. Okay, see you in a minute. Bye. Right. So what we want next is the idler. I'm not too bothered if I get greaser out on here because I want the cotton bud. Because what I do, I actually put a little bit of oil on the cotton bud and rub it on the surface it needs to go on. There we are. There. I'm not bothered about getting anything on the idlers because it'll all be cleaned before I put it all back into the machine. Now we want the next fibre washer, which is a big one, which is that one there. And then we want a circlip, which is a bit bigger than the rest. So we need a clip that's a bit bigger than the rest of them. It's on here, I know I've not lost anything, nothing flew off of around the room. So I know it's on here somewhere. Just trying to fucking distinguish the fucking thing. But saying that, it's not a different size, it's the same size. It's the same size because it's fucking, that's the same width as these. That's the same width as them. So one of these will be right. There. See? There. That's the clip on. That's that side of it put together. Look how smooth that is. It's just take that off there. I mean, look at that. There is a slight knock in there, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do to shut that knocking up a little bit. I'm going to put a knob of grease on the bottom. That's perfect, that. There's a slight knock in there. There's nothing I can do about that. But that's all grips lovely, that. Look at it. Look at that. And then this one. Get our cotton bud with the oil on it and just that's it. Get a bit of oil on there. Put the other idler on. Lovely. Can't remember where that washer come from, but I'll figure it out. Let's clip this idler on. That's it. Now, all that lot now should turn. But that doesn't, because why doesn't that turn? Because, oh, it has to have the tables in, doesn't it? Because that pulls, yeah. So if I just quickly fit the tables just to check. I'm not going to put any lubricant on them yet. That's the belt for the capstan. And that's looks too fucking low now, that belt. Oh, hang on. Yeah, if we turn that now, see it all turns. Now if I put the other one on. Oh, you cunt. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? There you are. Thankful for that. Right, and this washer fits on this because it's keyed. And I'm wondering if this one goes on here. I don't think it does, but right, let's put this back here, put this in. Right. And that'll be stop. That'll be fast forward, or fast forward. Play will be straight up, so they'll be off the idler. And that's rewind. So that's hitting that. Which means that. There we are. So that one there's for rewind. This one here, bottom here is for rewind. This one here is for play, fast forward. This one here is for the capstan. And there should be a belt that goes on there as well. And I'm wondering, are we too fucking low on that capstan? Are we too low there? Let's find a belt to do the capstan. This one might be a bit too thin. No point in putting the original back on, it's fucked. But at this point we're only testing anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. At this point we're just testing. So lift that one off that. Oh. Now I've dropped that fucking daft belt. I want to make sure the fucking belt fucking fits. Should. It's a bit too thin, but that's a bit too big, that. A bit too small. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, it's a bit too small, that belt. But the problem with it, I want to just make sure I'm just doing this as a test fit. That like, keep that like that, keep that like that, put that into there, see, it's got to be the right height. And you know something, folks, it's fucking spot on. Right, so that'll be your take up. It's your take up, that's supposed to be fucking fast forward. It's not very fast, mind you, the wrong size belt. do it now, it will. Do it from there, it does it. So I mean, you don't need to go clean. Now let's find the right size belt. Alright, the belt I took off is this one. But as we all know, it's stretched, so we need one about that size. So let's have a look in the back. Let's have a look in the belts. See if I've got one that'll fit. I'm not having much luck just lately with belts. Just about everything I fucking pull out tends to not fucking fit anything. Which is fucking which is annoying. And you can't not put near enough the right one on. I mean that one there probably be the right one. That looks fucking big enough. Look at the size of that bastard. Let's check the size because I do want it a bit smaller. Yeah. Reckon he'll do it. So let's get this other one out. Give her the money for me tea. Hi folks, and welcome back. Yeah, my tea was long, wasn't it? I fell asleep, to be perfectly honest. Right, well we've got a belt here. We were up to putting a belt on it, weren't we? So we've got a belt here which hopefully will do the job. Right, are we on? Yeah, it would appear that we are. So let's set that in the middle so we're not winding or doing anything else while we're on. Yeah, that's... And fast forward. But do it with the motor. Once that's all on, it'll all work. There we are. Yeah, that's the right level, that as well. And that one there. And then if we go to that side. That's the wrong way. Let's rewind. And this rewind's directly operated by the motor. So it will rewind. Yeah. And that belt could be a bit tighter. But saying that, when it's there in its normal position for playback, it'll be alright. So what we need to do next is put the clips on the bottom. Put that one on there. There we are. That's that one on. Right. Right. Now we just need the clip for that side. Right. There we go. I don't think there's anything else on there. Doesn't look it. There's nothing left anyway. But nothing left that goes there. Can't see anything else, but that lifts up a bit, so that one doesn't. Well, that turns that, and when you press it into play, that's play. It should be right. Right. And this is the top, which has your which is the top of your mechanism. That's your record switch. So I just want to check all this is working before I commit. I'm sure something should go down there. Oh yeah, it is. So that has to move back there. I just want to make sure before I put all this together and strip this down and make sure everything still works as it should. And that should go down there. That is supposed to go there, because that moves that back there to put it into various modes. Yeah. that's supposed to move back there. So if I put that back there where it belongs, like that, and just hold that there for a minute. Now if I just hold that lever there, just there we go. Let's just put the screws back in for a second. These two that's lined up. That's lined up, so let's just pop these two screws back in for a second. In fact, actually I think these are the ones for there. No. Yeah, there must be. Get it lined up, that would help. No. They're not the ones. So where's the other small screw? That's not it. There it is. These are the ones that go in here. Yeah. So tighten that down. And we can check that all this works. And then I know I've got that right then. There we go. So not going into rewind. Oh, that's why. There, it's going into play. Rewind, sorry, fast forward. So what's catching that? Something catching somewhere. It's not catching the top. Let's rewind. Put in stop. So something's fucking catching somewhere. We've got something catching something. catching the capstan. I know what it is. There it is. That plate is slightly bent. Let's try that. That was it. It's still slightly bent. So we need to try and straighten that. The plate is slightly bent. You just see a slight bend in it. It's very subtle, but it's there. So if I get my screwdriver just down there, pull the plate out a bit, there we are, just so it clears the capstan. That's got it, that's not bad. Let's just take the, disengage, there we are. I'll put it into play. I'll tell you what, let me go and get a, go and get some power, go and get a power lead. Let's go and get some, what we can do, we put some power into it, because already power in the motor, the chassis is still down there. We'll just go and get a lead. And we'll give it some power. There we go. Right, we give it some power and we'll see how the mechanism works. You can't really do it by hand, and I can give everything a good clean as well. I've got to pull this back off yet to go through it, but I'm not worried about that for now. Right, so live. Neutral. Right, and this is completely safe because it's got the right fuse. Alright, that's only rubbing because it's pressing on there. Once it's back in the case, it'll be alright. So let's go play. That's a bit, doesn't feel that, that could be a bit tighter. So we'll sort that out. But it's working. Fast forward. And rewind. Whoa. Catching something there. And that's popping up and it shouldn't do. Whoa. Oh, that's catching the edge there. Right, hang on, my wires come out. There we go. Right, so basically, we'll put that back into rewind. Let's give that a clean. That's all that is. Give it all a good clean. And I'm nearly out of IPA. I won't worry about the noise, you won't do that once it's in, see what I mean? But if you do it without that noise, that's annoying. But that's because it's... Right, so let's get a cotton bud. We'll find the fucking things, there they are. Let's try sorting that out. This is all working now. See, the rubber on there might have even gone hard, you see. I could even put that on the wrong way, fucking up. Whoa, that's got plenty of grip. Do this side. The outside is nice and quiet. Ow. Let's see if that rubber's hard. Yeah, that rubber's a bit on the hard side, that's what's causing that. It's a bit on the hard side, that rubber. Let's get something to put underneath that. Whoa. There we are. Right, so let's fast forward. Play. That plays a bit on there. But there again, it doesn't have to be much, does it? It's only taking it up. I reckon if I put another washer on the bottom of that, give it a bit of pull, that would sort that out a little bit. Because it's not using the idler here for that. And the noise is not coming from that idler there. I've got to lubricate these idlers, and I haven't done them yet, but I can do them from the bottom. Right, these tables. Right, so let's start lubricating it. I know I did put a bit on the shafts, but there we go. Just get the cotton bud, take off any excess, to make sure I've not caught any on there. No, No, I haven't. Take off any excess, it won't throw it all over the fucking idlers then. There we go. But yeah, let's turn it back on. That's quieting that down a bit. Go for play. Fast forward. See what I mean? Right, so let's clean the other side. Not just that, let's clean the capstan. Right, let that dry off. Clean the top of the capstan. See, look at that. And that hasn't even had a roller on it yet. Or not really, anyway. Right, now put it into play and we'll clean the roller. See, that's quieting down now. It's only because it's really on the bench. Once it's back in the case, I mean, that rewind's very noisy, but that's only because the rubber's gone hard. I'll try and do something about that. And if I can't, that's just as it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, you can't ring BSR and order a new part. But this has all got to come back off again and be stripped. But look at all that crap. Now what we'll do next, we'll try that. Now what we'll do, we'll clean the pinch roller, the capstan. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that is now. It's a lot quieter. I'm going to put some metal polish on this capstan as well and polish it up, try and get some of the shine back onto it that it would have had. I just think if I do that, it'll work better. Might not make a blind bit of difference, but there we go. Right, that's got a bit of a coating on that. That could do with being sanded down a bit, that pinch roller. So what we'll do, put it back into play, get a little bit of sandpaper. I need a little bit, the width for the, let's get a fresh piece. Just a little bit. Just so we can cover the width of the caps of the pinch roller and just take the top edge off. I'll do it with that rubber down there as well. See, you know when you're level because you get rubber the full width. That's getting there. Whoa. That feels good. It's getting rubbery. Another couple of seconds we'll be done. There we are. Let's just stop that, and yeah, I can dig my fingers in that now. That's good. Now let's just try and do this little rubber down here, this rewind rubber. See if we can get in there to do that. You can actually hear that. What I should have done was left an idler off. It's fucking hard to get in. I might have to pull this idler here. Let's give that one a bit of quick rub while I'm here. There we go. It's hard getting into that one. Very, very hard because you've got no space. There you are. That's getting it. Just cleaning the top one as well. There we go. Just clean the top one. There we are. Let's see if we're any better. Right. It's quieter. Oh, there we are. As long as that stays down. I think there should be something on the bottom of that. I'll have to double check. Let's just dump that in there. It's a lot quieter. Look at that though, plenty of torque. I want to clean the bottom one as well. Let's take it out of wind. There we are. Fast forward. Look at that. Give this little idler here a clean. There we are. Look at that. Very difficult to stop. There's play. The only one that feels a bit weak really is the play one. You know, I could do with the play one being a bit tighter, so I might have a washer missing. So we'll look into that. Let's give the... There we go. Get rid of any irregularities on the capstan, on the flywheel. There we are. That's not bad. I mean, its only job really is to take up the tape. And I don't think it'll have any problem doing that. The belt's not too loose. Belt's okay. We have got that slight grumble down here. Let's give this capstan a bit more of a clean. Only a little bit, because we only change the speed, so we'll just take a little bit off there. Let's fast forward, which is good and tight. Rewind. I mean, it's not as loud as it was. But whoops. I just think it's the rubber. To be honest with you, I just think it's the rubber. Let me just have a quick feel of the rubber with the screwdriver. Yeah. Yeah, that ridge there. Yeah, I could have even put the rubber on the wrong way up. But it's working anyway. Just give this a... Give that a bit of a roughen up as well. Ooh. Ooh. Do it from the front, I can fucking see it better. It's getting there. Right, a bit more. Move the idler. But it is definitely that rubber. And just try to see if that rubber's catching. Whoa. There we go, that's as much as I'm going to do. Oh, that's good. Right, what I think I might have done, let's turn the power off. We know the mechanism's working, I've put it all back together correctly. So disconnect that, don't need that now. Some of you might frown at me for that, but who cares. It's got the right value fuse in the plug. If there's a problem it'll blow the fuse. And it's all insulated and you can't get it wrong. Right, so shift some of this stuff out of the way. Right, and now what I want to look at, I'll tell you what, I can't believe how well that's turned out. I want to look at to see if I've put this on the wrong way up. And no, I haven't, it's the right way. No, it's the right way. And that doesn't touch, the brass pulley isn't touching there. So I think it's just the fact that it's hard. Not as hard as what you might think, but yeah. Might have even worn down as well. Blow all the crap off from all the dust. Right, so what I want to look at next, we'll take this as being serviced for now, and what we want to look at next is, and before you start wondering, yes, I have got my shorts on. So what we need to do is take the plate off. Oh, speaking of the record switch, I mentioned it earlier. Yeah, the record switch is in the right position because I remember Steve plugged this in one Sunday. He plugged it in the weekend, I got it, and it was alright. So basically what we want to do next, pull that off there. So the record switch is in the right position. I just thought I'd better remind you of that. Right, so this really, there's not really a lot of servicing going on here. Do you know, I might not even have to strip this fucker to do it. Right, there are your brakes, which are on that little spring there. Got this little cover here, which is riveted, that might be, no, that's held on by that clip, which is a pressure clip. Do you know, I'm going to see if I need to strip this, because if I don't, I'm not. Well, fuck it now, I'll strip the fucking rest of it, haven't I? Might as well. Right, what comes off and what doesn't. Right, this doesn't come off. This doesn't come off, this is fitted, it's a press fit. That doesn't come off, it's fitted and then you can't get them off. So the record switch can stay on. Just needs all the crap cleaning out of there, so we'll do that. The brakes, nothing wrong with them, so yeah, it's just to clean it, just a clean up really. Because there's not really anything on here to take off. Just get my ex-wife's toothbrush. And what we can do, we can see some BSR standard parts were used on these, like that spring. See, certain things don't come off this, so because certain things don't come off, I don't see the point of stripping the damn thing. And under there is beautiful. Just clean this old grease off here. Right, so move that out of the way. And we'll go over it in a minute with a cotton bud stroke Q-tip. So we'll do that right now. Get the cotton buds, I'm going to have to buy some more of these. I'm beginning to run a bit low. Right. Get all this crap off. Makes a change, doesn't it, doing a tape recorder? Get all this old grease off and we'll put some new stuff on. Pretty simple mechanism this, though. It's, there we go. Now, where's my cloth? There it is. There we are. Alright, and that's all it needs doing on the back of that. We've just got to re-lubricate that. Wipe all this crap here. It's just isopropyl residue really. I might replace that felt pad. I think I might have something to replace that, but before I take that one off I'll double check. I mean, the last one of these BSRs I did, a friend of mine called Fred's got it, and he's really happy with it, and it actually did work very well. Well, it still does. Oh, hang on, we want to, no, we don't want to take you out, you want to go down there. That's supposed to lie flat. Oh, and that's why. There we are. I mean, there's no point in pulling this apart really, because there's not really anything on here to service that you can't get to, you know. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of pivot pins and stuff like that, but you know, just not worth the hassle pulling it all apart to serve to just take off the brakes and stuff when you can get to everything, and you can oil everything up and grease everything and get all the crap out. Without taking it all fucking apart, making more fucking work for yourself. You know, I mean, like I say, the last one of these I did, it actually well I won't say it outperformed. Well, it did. It outperformed the HMV. The HMV is a better made machine. Yet one of these things outperformed it in the wow and flutter test, as far as I'm concerned it did, on my scope. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So what we'll do now, put that back. Put that cloth there for a minute, we're going to have a fag in a minute. So that needs to come back behind here, go there. Right, so what have I done? Oh, that's it. That fucking pesky spring again. It's a bit of a nuisance, that spring. It's ow! 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 That hurt. So that needs to come up. It's a bit of a fucking pain in the ass, that spring, to be honest. It has to be there. Right, so now it needs to, that end's right. It needs to come up here. I'm just like, oh, it's come out now. But that's no problem, that's no great problem, that's actually helped me out. Didn't help me out when it stuck in my fucking finger, that hurt. There we are. Now let's just check. Yep. Right, so now put the IPA back in the bottle, because I'll leave it out because I've got to clean the heads, clean the head block and stuff. So anyway, so what we'll do next, we'll ew, got a big lump of grease on there. Just wipe my fucking brush handle. There we go. Right, put a bit of grease in there. We'll drop a bit of oil on there. Bit of grease on this, because there was grease on it. You just put it where the old grease was. But obviously try and not get it on the rubber components. There isn't any grease there, so obviously there's not supposed to be any. Put a bit on here where the rubber where the grease was. Did I say rubber components a minute ago? I meant where the grease was, where metal components rub. That's what I actually meant. Right. Right, so just get a wipe and get me Q-tip, cotton bud. There we go. Bit of down there, and a bit there. Just nice. Bit on the pinch roller shaft. So we'll put that fully forward. Nice. Good. Whoops. Perfect. I can go back on. Yeah, it can, because the head block goes on that on the top and it goes on afterwards, and I feed all the wires through. So nice. Really happy. Feed that back through its hole. Oops. Let's get this in position. Right, I've got the fucker in before. Right, let's just have a quick look. Let's lift that back out. Make sure there's nothing that has to be fucking lined up. Like it would help if that was fucking lined up, wouldn't it? Does that go that way? Or does it go that fucking way? So we fucking find out. Put it in and find out. Just pop the screws back in. The one thing you don't want to do is put these in too tight, because you don't want to strip the thread off this. That would be a real nightmare. So you want to put them in just snug. Just slightly above snug. And about there, that'll do it. So let's try that. Play. Yeah. Stop. Rewind, fast forward. Rewind. Record. It doesn't hold it on record, does it? Why does it not latch it on record? Is there something missing? That's supposed to hold it there. So is there something missing? Not on this, is it? It's not on the head block, is it? Well, the head block, that needs a fucking clean. Well, them pole pieces are well and truly fucking scarred. And unfortunately I haven't got any new ones. So, but this head does work. So that goes there. The head goes there. No, that's now to do with it. Because when you put that into, oh hang on, that's it. That's it, I was fucking putting in the wrong mould. You pull that lever there, push it up and it holds it there, it just catches it there to hold it onto record. Right. Right, well I'm pretty okay with that. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that, and look how clean it looks now. It looks like new, doesn't it? Looks bare underneath, I mean basically, because it fucking is. but I think there should be a washer. I don't think anything went on here because unless it was missing, but you know, because there's nothing here, no spacers missing. I've not taken anything off and not put it back because everything that came off has gone back. But I think this one here should have a washer on it or something like that. So what we'll do, we'll have a look, see if we've got a washer that we haven't used. I might have even put one in the wrong fucking place for all I know. But we're bound to have another washer that we're not using. There's one. Just clean this one up a bit. And we'll pop this one on it and see if it takes up a bit of slack. Because I'd like that take-up table to be a bit tighter. I've got to lubricate these tables yet anyway, just dribble some oil down them really. There we go. Let's lubricate the tables. And let it just drip down the clip. There we go. And this one's got to come off anyway for me to fit. Yeah, it should have a washer on that. Yeah, it should have a washer, it's just too much slop. And this should fit. Yep. Just lubricate that first. There we go. Really do with. Don't even get these tables off here now, will I? Yeah, yeah, I could pull them through a bit. Yeah, I don't want to take the belt off now though, obviously not, because that would be a right fucking pain in the ass. Right, well I think we'll pop this washer on here, pop this clip on, it's supposed to have a washer on there. If it isn't, there's still a bit of play in that, so that's not really made a great deal of difference. But let's take the brakes off. Wonder if I put a fucking washer under there, it shouldn't be there, because I'm sure that's not right, that, you know, there's got to be something. I think there's a spacer missing or something. I'll have to have a look in the manual. I've got the manual for this. Let me just pull this back off, because the tables are right, they're on the right way around. They are the right way around. Because that's your thin end. They are the right way around. Because that's your thin end, because that would cover the belt otherwise. So they are right. And let me just pull this one back off, because there's no belt on it or anything, so it's not really difficult. But pull that off a minute, just have a look. See, this one just pulls off. Or at least I think it does. Oops. Let's put it in stop. There we go. I'll say it just pulls off. There we are. So you've got two washers, and I don't think this has two washers on it. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. This washer goes on here. And I think this other fucking washer went on the other one. Yeah. Yeah, it went on the other one. Because we've got a bit of play here, we've got another clip that goes on there as well. So that'll be a good idea. We've got another clip that goes there. So let's now let's see if that comes through enough. Yeah, that comes through enough now to allow us to put the clip on. So that was fucking wrong. So yeah, because if I remember rightly, I said, didn't I, there's a clip that goes in here and it's going to be a bastard to put back in because of where it's located. Yeah. But we all make mistakes, and that's what these videos are about. You know? There we are. Might not fucking grind life up now either. So this washer here goes under that one. So I've got to take the fucking belt. Well, I don't think I have to take the belt off, I will see. So what we'll do now, we'll take this. Yeah, and that's how it was done. So what we'll do next, we'll lift this table off. Right, and we have this washer here, which, wouldn't you know, it's a perfect fit. Wouldn't you know, it's perfect. Right, so what we'll do, hold that there, lift that back on. There we go. Put our washer back on the bottom if it will fit, if there's enough room. There is enough clearance. Clip it on. Well, that feels a bit better. So let's put it back on the, put the top on the oil. Put it back on the power before I go and have a brew and a fag. And let's look at it. See if we've got any quieter. Now everything's fucking lubed up. Because the next job on this is to work on the chassis. So what we'll do is turn the power back on. So we need a washer under there. So there should be a washer under there. So there should be a washer under there, certainly. So let's try it on rewind. Ignore that. So better fast forward, lift that off that. Oh, there's plenty. Oh, fucking hell, that's good. Now, play. Yeah, I'd like that a bit tighter to be honest, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, I'd like that a bit tighter. I'm going to look at that. Right. So we need a washer for here. Disconnect the power. Oh, there it is. Right, so let's take this one back off, which is a bastard because this is the awkward one. Right, so what I'll do now is pull the table off. Pull the table off. Drop that washer in there. See, and that just gives it the height. That just gives it the height to clear that, you see. It just gives it enough height to clear the idler. Because there's little knobbles on the top of the idler, and that's what you could hear. There we are. I mean, and this motor's a bit stiffer than what it was when it was thingy anyway, so we're getting a slight vibration through the grommets. Right, so that's now not going to hit. That's good. Yeah, we're good there. Yeah, we're good there. I'm just not happy with this. It's just too much. That doesn't feel like it'll take up shit. So I'm not happy with that. It should be a bit torquier than that. So let's have a look. With that off there. So it could even be that pad that's worn. Right, make sure the top of that's clean. Which it isn't. That. What shit just come off that? See, the pad could be worn. I mean, the pad's not even in the centre. I mean, you'd have thought that you got the pad in the centre, wouldn't you? But I've got a feeling, does that even go there? But looking at that, to be honest, I'd have to say no, it doesn't. I'll have to look at the video. Now let's clean this. Get another cotton bud and clean this felt pad. I'm not using chemicals on that pad, I don't want to damage it. Lift this up. That wasn't quite the pain in the ass I thought it was going to be, so where's that fucking washer come from? It hasn't come from the bottom here. It certainly hasn't come from the bottom here. I'll have to look back on my video, see where that's come from. I just hope it ain't come from deep inside here and I have to strip the fucking thing back down. I don't think it has. It might not even be off this, I think it is though. It's not come off the fucking play record switch. Well, you don't want that dropping down onto your fucking circuit board, onto your chassis even. Right, so let's put the, and it doesn't go on the back there, it's too big. They wouldn't put a washer that big on the back. I'll have to look, I'll have to review my video, see where that washer goes. Might even fucking go under here after all, but to be honest, I fell asleep earlier and I can't fucking remember, you know, but for the most part it is together. I mean, the only thing I'm really not sure about really is that washer. Play. I was going to say I thought that went there, no it's right that. Play, stop, fast forward, rewind. So what we'll do, we'll give it some more mains just to double check everything. Make sure we've got no clonking. It might get a bit of noise from here because of it lying on the bench, but other than that, we shouldn't get anything. Make sure there's no clonking. I mean, there is a bit of noise from the main bearing, but I don't understand that because I fucking put another bearing in it, so I don't understand why we're getting that rumble. Right. I don't understand. Right, so play. Yeah, I'm still not happy with that. Fast forward, that's good. And rewind's not hitting anything now. So what's causing all that fucking noise? That idler. It's that fucking idler. Some little novels catching the top of the idler. So what we'll do there, just some little knobbles catching, that's fucking easily sorted. Just cut the fucking things off. Right, let's try that. Get my wires back in. There we go. There you are. And fucking knobbles. rewind. Fast forward, play. You know, there we are. Just get me sandpaper. And just ow. That's silent now. Get out now. You know, apart from that, pressing up on that. Fast forward, rewind, play. The only thing is I can't, there we go, it's hard to get it back into stop. Right. That's not bad, is it, folks? There we go. Right. We'll call that part one. Well, we will in a minute. I'm just going to clean the heads. And I may as well clean them as it's in me. I've got them in my fucking hand here. So I might as well clean the heads now. I mean, they look a bit shit, these heads. I might see if we've got a better set somewhere, a nicer set somewhere. There's shit coming off that fucking erase head. Let's clean the play record head. Been well loved, this tape recorder. I know the head works because it looks shit, but I know it works because Steve pulled a piece of tape through it and it did make a noise. So so I even know the chassis works, but I don't recommend you take your own tape recorder to bits like this unless you know what you're doing. You know, leave that sort of thing to us who know what we're up to. You know, oh shit, I just spilled my IPA. What a bastard. I haven't got a lot of it either. See how much of that I can scrape back into the container. I've got some of it back. Well, that wasn't bad, I've got some of it. There we go. Got some of it back. Now let's clean the rest of the head block. clean the tape guides. Don't need to worry about the backs of them, the tape won't go around there. Let's clean the block itself. I'm not taking the heads off. I'm probably going to have to do an alignment anyway, but I'm not taking the heads off. They might never have been disturbed. I find it hard to believe, but you know, I don't accept that, but you never know. Just clean all the crap off there. Detritus, as Radio Cruncher says. Good evening if you're watching, Graham, or good morning whenever you happen to be watching. I saw the comment you left, by the way, on my when I saw the reply you left on the couple of live Sundays ago when you did the hacker. I left a comment for you. I saw your reply, and what I'll do, I won't put the head block on yet. What I'll actually do, I will actually leave. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be doing an SP25 soon, so I'll show you where the velocity trip lever is. So if you leave it until then, it'll be in the next few days, maybe even early next week, over the weekend or early next week when I get onto the SP25. I'll show you where the velocity trip lever is, and you can, you know, I think that's causing you a problem. But if you wait until then, like I say, I'll show you, because I'm doing an SP25, so I'll certainly do that for you, not a problem. Anyway, listen, folks, this is part 1. Part 2 we start on the chassis. Part 3 we test it. Anyway, I'll just give you a final look. Someone's just fell off the bench. Can't be that fucking important. Everything on here everything that's come off here has gone back on. Right, this must have been for an add-on or something for the back there, because there's nothing missing. And that's right now. And there you have it, folks. I've just got to find out where that washer goes. I'll let you know in the next video. Because I can't remember where it goes. It's off here, but I can't remember where. But it is needed. Obviously it wouldn't have been put there otherwise. But I'm still not happy with this. That's a bit, I think that could be a bit tighter. That washer's not off the back, that I do know. It's not off the back. But that's it, folks. It's look how nice and clean that's come up. It's like a new one, isn't it? And there's the back of it, all ready to be put back together. But it's a cup of coffee and a fag, I think. And then it's chassis time, where we get the capacitor tester out, and I make all you people that love capacitors, love the changing of capacitors, I've got something for you lot as well. At least I have, if I've got the right value capacitors, and that depends on, I will change the grid coupling and stuff like that. Everything around the audio, everything around the valves I will change. We'll have a look at maybe changing the metal rectifier for a diode. Maybe modernise it that way. And oh, if anybody fancies it, they can pick the bones out of that fucker. Anyway, folks, you all take care. Join me in part 2 for the servicing of the chassis. Catch you later. Bye for now.